UK Foreign Secretary Dominic Raab is holding talks with India's External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar in New Delhi. The talks will cover a range of bilateral, regional and international issues of mutual interest. Raab will also hold official meetings with Ministers of Environment, Forests and Climate Change, Prakash Javadekar, and the Minister of Education, Ramesh Pokhriyal. A statement released by the Ministry of External Affairs said, and I'm quoting here, Mr. Raab's visit will pave the way for further strengthening of the partnership across trade, defence, climate, migration, education and health in the post-COVID and post-Brexit context. Raab will also travel to Bengaluru, where he will meet the Karnataka Chief Minister B.S. Yediyurappa, and the visit comes a month ahead of British Prime Minister Boris Johnson's trip to India. He has been invited as a chief guest for the Republic Day celebrations in January 2021. This is the third high-level diplomatic visit to India amid the COVID-19 pandemic. In October this year, top Afghan government negotiator Dr. Abdullah Abdullah had visited India. This was then followed by U.S. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo and former U.S. Defense Secretary Mark Esper's visit. And for more on this, we are being joined by our principal diplomatic correspondent, Siddhant Sibal. Thank you so much for joining us. What can you tell us about the agenda of this four-day visit?
Well, it's a significant visit by the UK's top diplomat to India, and the visit comes just weeks before the UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson is expected to visit India, and he will be the chief guest at India's Republic Day parade that will take place next month. So it is by and large a visit which will lay ground for that important visit, the visit of the British Prime Minister. The last time a British Prime Minister visited India was Theresa May in the year 2016. We know there have been high-level engagement, including the visit of the Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi to the United Kingdom 2 times in 2018 and 2015. But by and large, if we look at the areas both countries are focusing on, there are almost every sector you can count on where there are collaborations underway between Britain and India. And if we look at what will be the next key focus area, one, of course, will be the COVID vaccine and COVID cooperation. That is and is bound to be the top focus of the cooperation. But the British authorities are also keen to engage with India, given the fact that after Brexit, it is something that they are looking forward to allies in Asia. There are two major countries when it comes to engagement, the British engagement. One is China, one is India. But if we look at the relationship between United Kingdom and China, it is not doing very well given the aggressive nature, the aggressive reaction in the aftermath of the Hong Kong development by the Chinese against the British. And they do see India as a natural partner, a democratic country, a large country, and of course the living bridge between the two countries, given the fact that there is a very, very large Indian diaspora in United Kingdom that acts as a living bridge. So there is a commonality and something that both countries are looking forward to at a time when the world is seeing a lot of changes when it comes to geopolitical developments, or whether it is the COVID crisis.
Yes, I was actually going to come to that. What are the changes now, or the new developments, should I say, that we can expect in the post-Brexit and of course post-COVID context?
Well, one important key thing that both countries are looking forward to is perhaps a trade deal. As of now, there is obviously no official or public announcement on that. But given the fact that UK has left European Union, they will be keen to have a trade deal with a large country, with India. And of course, India is also looking forward to trade deal not only with the United Kingdom but with also European Union. We know that official talks are something that was the key outcome of the virtual summit between the Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi and his European counterparts earlier this year. And by and large, when it comes to trade, that remains a key focus area between the two countries. But also when it comes to geopolitics, it is the Indo-Pacific concept that will be another key focus area, given the fact that United Kingdom is also keen on that concept. In fact, the British government is backing New Delhi on that part. And we know that this was one of the key focus areas when India's Foreign Secretary, Mr. Harsh Shringla, had visited Europe just a few weeks ago. In fact, he was on a 3-country visit. He started his visit from France, then Germany, and then he ended in United Kingdom. So that shows the level of engagement, the level of closeness between the two countries, how both countries are keen to partner at a time when world is changing very fast.
All right, Siddhant, thank you so much for joining us with all those details. We will continue to track this very closely.